Hey everyone, we're back with another movie ranking, and I'm with my lovely fiance, Kat.
It's me.
And as you can see from the title and the shirts that we're wearing, we're going to be ranking the Transformers movies.
This is gonna be fun.
Well, it's just a main staple on my channel. No
It's
big
fine.
deal.
It's fine.
And yes, we are including the 1986 movie, so please
It's pretty good.
please don't burn me at the stake for where it's placed.
Where did you put it?
We'll find out.
Number 7, which we agree on.
Yeah,
I think everybody's gonna know.
it's The Last Night.
Trash.
I know that in my video review of this movie, the movie review for this, I said it wasn't that bad. Looking back on it, yeah, this thing is just
Trash.
awful.
Honestly, I just.
This is coming from
Why?
a person who got into Transformers from the first Michael Bay movie, and someone who's grown up with Transformers because of the Michael Bay movies. I can safely say this is not good.
I will admit, though, there were some funny parts. For the simple fact that they were just so ridiculous.
We got something good out of The Last Night, like we got animated highlights from it because of Larry's freak out on TFIA. Number 6 is Age of Extinction.
It's better than The Last Night.
But that's still not a high bar to reach.
But it shouldn't exist. Like, the whole relationship thing, like, drama between Mark Wahlberg's daughter and her boyfriend.
Yeah, he had a get out of jail free card for pedophilia. I have more questions that aren't going to get answered with this movie. Just the simple fact that it also ignores the first 3 movies, and it almost butchers Optimus in a way because he wants to kill humans and abandon Earth. It took it in an interesting direction, but ultimately, I don't think it was the right direction.
No.
So, Age of Extinction, also not good.
Now for number 5.
Now we're in our top 5, but I actually find more enjoyment out of all of these movies than the last 2 combined.
Yeah.
So number 5 is Revenge of the Fallen. For me.
This is where matter of opinion starts to differ, because I think number 5 is Dark of the Moon.
My reasoning for Revenge of the Fallen being here is because,
Do you not have a reason?
For a movie that didn't have a script, this was alright.
Mm-hmm.
Just Dark of the Moon for me beats it out by a bit.
And the reason I have Dark of the Moon at number 5 is because this is another movie that shouldn't exist.
I disagree. There's one thing I can agree with you on that makes this movie not as great. Because in this movie, they worked Sam so hard to say I love you, and then by this movie, they're broken up.
I know, that's what I was trying to say. Because I don't really see the point of him moving on and having an adult life. Because for the simple fact, that's one of the problems I have with Revenge of the Fallen, is they kind of made it a main thing in that movie.
Part of the main story.
Part of the main story was Sam and Michaela fighting and over him saying I love you, and then there was this whole big thing, and then this movie comes along and it's just like, you remember all that stuff that we had in the last movie? Fuck it. Patrick Dempsey is a terrible villain. I just can't take him seriously. I've just seen him in too many romantic roles that I can't take him seriously. It was just
some characters in both of these movies are wasted, but like I said, for me, Dark of the Moon beats out Revenge of the Fallen by a bit. So moving on to number 4. It's your favorite thing to see us just swap. Dark of the Moon for number 4 for me.
And Revenge of the Fallen. I
don't like the romantic subplot that Sam had with Carly. Yeah, Carly.
They were better off just they might as well have just left him single. Because it's from the first one, the first Transformers movie, and then the second one, it was about him and Michaela. And then they just, destroyed it.
For me, what really wins it out is this one actually has quite a bit of scenes with actual Cybertronians that mean something. Like, there's a scene where Optimus and Sentinel just go off by themselves and talk for a bit. With the big twist with Sentinel happens, and you feel something. Like, I definitely felt something when Optimus Prime died in that movie, but you feel something more when you see Optimus go head-to-head with someone who was his mentor on Cybertron. So
I really liked it. That is one of the few things I liked about that movie, is it had more robots.
That's one thing that all these movies, save for 2, have a problem with. Just a little too human heavy.
There's so many people. But yeah, the reason I like Revenge of the Fallen more than Dark of the Moon is it's a little more interesting, and I thought the part with the
Devastator's testicles?
Devastator. I thought that part was funny. But that's just because I'm not like a big Transformers person, and so I wasn't offended by it, but I could see why people, it's not necessary, but I thought it was funny because I'm a child. Also, I cried when Optimus died.
Well, I did too in theaters, but his death wasn't permanent. Ironhide's death, though, that shit happened and didn't go back. Yeah, that's our number 4.
On to number 3.
Now, for me, these top 3 movies are very close together because they're all just fantastic movies. But this is where I'm saying, please don't chew my head off with the placement. The 86 movie goes to number 3.
I mean, it's not that it's bad.
It's a great movie, and like
it's a cute movie.
I love that movie to bits.
I can see the appeal. Like, I remember watching this on a trip. It was really, really cool. And I liked that Judd Nelson and Leonard Nimoy and Eric Idle were all in it. Well, I recognized those people.
Well, Leonard Nimoy was also in Dark of the Moon.
Well, yeah, but when I was watching it, I liked that I recognized those voices. Right. And it was cool to have somebody that I knew about in that movie. It was a really, really cute movie, and I think it's good for if you want to get your kids into Transformers.
Yeah,
I think this would be a good
start. If you want to introduce them, start them with a movie, you could arguably start with either this one or one of the other 2. It's in the number 3 spot though, but they're, like I said, they're all close together. Coming in at number 2 for me, this is also where our opinions differ. Bumblebee is my number 2.
And the first Transformers movie. And the reason I have this at number 2 is because, yeah, it's a classic, and it's like a start to the Transformers
live action
franchise. But at the same time, it's not as great as Bumblebee. If I had to pick, if Bumblebee didn't exist and I had to pick from what we have, this would be number 1.
I'll get into the stuff of what I like about that movie when we get to it, but this movie is phenomenal. Just the opening 2 minutes alone make this movie one of the best Transformers movies ever. And Haley Steinfeld was just fantastic in it. John Cena was surprisingly hilarious. The new Decepticons they introduced, Shatter and Dropkick, I am so glad. I wish they didn't die. But yeah, Bumblebee is a great movie. With this movie sort of being a little heavy on the human side, it's kind of okay because it's the introduction. But that doesn't mean that you should have made the same type of movie 4 more times.
And over again. Exactly why I say, if Bumblebee didn't exist, this would be the best Transformers movie. For the simple fact that they've done it, the same movie 4 times.
And moving on to number 1, it's your favorite thing.
Bumblebee.
And Transformers.
Like you said, the first 2 minutes, it was just, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. Because I was a little hesitant, because I was like,
oh, everyone was.
Do we need this?
Everyone was fucking hesitant in this movie.
And, I love Haley Steinfeld as an actress. She's a good actress, but I wasn't sure how she would do in an action movie, especially a Transformers movie. And when I heard John Cena was going to be in this movie, I was like, I saw him in 12 rounds or whatever it was that he did, whatever movie he did, and it wasn't great, but I loved it.
While that movie is like arguably better, just like I can't deny what I feel for the first Transformers movie. It got me into doing what I'm doing today. I can almost recite this movie line for line. And
It's true.
like I said, arguably that movie is better, but it's just I don't care. This movie will kind of always be my number one.
Which is good.
But yeah, my number one.
And mine.
That's us ranking the Transformers movies. You all knew that this was going to come. If you have any other movie rankings for us to do, leave it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been Dakota.
And Kat.
And we'll see you guys next time.